Hello, thriving friends. Welcome back to Thriving Generation Global. It's another beautiful day, and I have with me a thriving brother. I'm so excited about this conversation. We are highlighting a thriving brother. So, let me not drag this any longer. If this is our first time meeting, I'm Dr. G, a success and wellness advocate. And I also love highlighting our thriving generation, sharing resources, tips that will help all of us thrive in our generation. So, welcome once again, and let's meet our guest for today. Could you please introduce yourself to the thriving generation?
My name is Elias Dean. I'm 33 years old and I'm originally from Somalia. And I moved into the United States in 2012 here in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And I started doing my own business since 2016. And I had my first restaurant in 2016. And we just opened a second one this year in July, where she met me at the drive-through.
Yeah,
Bought
yeah.
some lunch from us.
How old were you when you decided to open your first restaurant?
I think 25, 26.
Oh my God.
And it is a lot of work. You're constantly thinking, even when you're at home, you're thinking about tomorrow, what you need to buy, what you have, it's a lot of things, yeah.
You have two restaurants. What do you
Yeah.
have in each?
So for me, I do fusion. Now, we averagely sell around uh, around 4,000 to 5,000 plates a month. Now,
Between
for
the
us,
two or one location?
for example, this one here.
Okay.
But for us to have that volume, I had to kind of come up with a blend of different ethnic foods together that is quicker for me to prepare. So like the rice, we do the Somali rice,
Okay.
but then we serve it with Chinese chicken. You know? So because a lot of people here in town and a lot of other places, the Chinese rice, a lot of people don't like it compared to our rice,
Okay.
but they love the Chinese chicken flavors.
Okay.
So now they love this from this restaurant and they
Yeah.
love my rice. So I kind
Yeah.
of combined the two, and that exploded it, made it, a really nice model
Mm-hmm.
to work with. And then also we do Latino tacos,
Okay.
but then back at home, it's a little bit same as shawarma, because shawarma is basically grilled chicken and then you
With the
add your
stuff, and then
vegetables.
you roll.
Yes, we did our own shawarma and now like the Latino taco, but with our own flavors. And then now instead of them getting with the fried rice, I mean the brown rice or the Mexican brown rice,
Mhm.
we add them now ours.
Somalian rice.
Yes. So it is just kind of like a little bit of a combination. Same way we have the flavors from India, like the tikka masala, the
Yeah.
curry,
I
and
had
then-
that yesterday.
Okay.
It
and
was
then
good.
same way, our rice compared to the Indian rice.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the base rice is your rice. Somalian
Yes.
rice is for everything
Yes.
that comes with the rice.
Right.
But then you add the different ethnic
Yes.
flavors
Yes.
and sauces
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
oh, that's so
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah.
Why Grand Forks, not Dakota? Because when people think about the United States, they first of all think of New York, Chicago, Maryland,
Yeah.
DC. So why
Um,
Grand Forks?
Well, now, when you're new to America and you move to a big city, the competition is just too high, and it's too expensive to live there. You can't even get a regular McDonald's job in a big city because you have a huge amount of competitors competing with you. So, you know, a lot of people will hear just big names. Oh, I'm going to America. I want to go to New York, but you know, you just can't make it there. So when I was new here, I moved to San Diego, and I just stayed there for 3 months and I left and I came up here. Yes, because you get $900 every 2 weeks. Your rent is $1,300. You know, gas is very expensive. Like you will get your check, but it's gone right away, just like that. Yeah.
You're right.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
That's a good point, right? So come to Grand Forks, North Dakota. We are waiting for you.
Well, we have you know the law of supply and demand. We have more jobs than people here, so the demand of people is very very high. You know, and it's like my restaurant right now. The whole front part of it is shut down because we don't have people to operate it if we open it. You know, so we rather just focus on the little we have and make it better than us trying to stretch ourselves, and then you know we won't be perfect on both ways. Yeah.
Okay. I know you mentioned challenges. What are some of the challenges? You just talked about workforce. You don't have people to do the work.
Yeah, workforce is the biggest. It's also because now we are doing ethnic food. Now with ethnic food, you have to prep the food from scratch. You know, so it's very tough. First of all, to hire locals because they're not used to chopping onions and this and this and this. So as soon as you hire them, like you place an advertisement, like, hey, I'm looking for employees. As soon as they, like, a lot of them will contact you, but as soon as they come here, they'll quit within 2 hours.
The work involved.
Yes, because and they have restaurant experience, but not our restaurant experience. You know.
True, the pepper.
Yeah.
The pepper. By the time you finish cooking, you are crying.
They won't even tell you. Most of them, like, hey, you know, I can't. They will just walk out, or they say, hey, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, and then never come back. You know.
Really?
Yeah. So it's tough. It's not that easy.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about that. Did you do consumer research to know what people like, or you just happen to know?
No, but I follow like for example in Grand Forks they have a lot of few pages where people complain about restaurants.
Ooh,
you know?
Okay.
So I just follow that.
We don't like this. We like this. We don't like this.
How customers complain, and then you just try to find something positive out of their complaint to help. Yeah.
See, he's very smart. That's amazing. So let's talk about some of the successes or the exciting part about your industry.
Honestly, working for yourself at the end of the day is really good.
Okay.
It comes also with a lot of challenges. Like when you're working for somebody, you don't like your hours are done, you're done. You know, like you leave everything right there. But again, the fruits of you really stressing is, you know, you're working for yourself and building, and that is that way. Like I was able to afford my own house, you know, so that helped. You know, it was part of the fruits from the stress, and you being able to, you know, not worry about, jobs, especially like you being a foreigner, you know, and it just creates and adds a little bit of stability to it. Yeah. The challenges, I was really lucky compared to a lot of restaurants, ethnic restaurants especially. Now, a lot of ethnic restaurants in America, they will either fail or not progress and move forward because they're just targeting their own people.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so like us, we have around maybe 2,000 Somalis in Grand Forks.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
With all that population, I I will get maybe one or two Somalis.
You don't mean it.
Yes. Or one or two Africans.
Oh.
Now, naturally, Africans don't support their own businesses. Let's say, for example, like where are you from originally?
Ghana.
Okay, let's say you're from Ghana and then you open a Ghanaian restaurant and you have, and then before you did that, you know, oh, we have like 800, 900 Ghanaians in here in this town. So you will be thinking like, okay, I have a base and then I will, you know, add on top, you know, from the other people. But the day they will even tell you, yeah, go ahead, open the restaurant. But the moment you open it, you will not see those people.
I see.
You know? Now, I almost failed my first 2 years because I was just targeting Somalis and, you know, making their food, assuming they are coming, you know, and then they want expensive food like goat or this or that. It costs a lot of money to do that compared to just, you know, frying chicken that everybody here grew up with, you know. So I changed my model, and then that is when I really started seeing success slowly. So even here, the reason why I changed my menu, made them smaller plates, because now we Africans, when we buy food, we usually don't eat a lot in the evening. We eat a big lunch,
Yeah.
you know. So, but then the white people are the opposite. They eat a really small lunch and a big dinner. So if I'm selling a big lunch and I sell them for a lot of money, the white people that'll be too much for their budgets during lunch, because they eat outside for breakfast, they will their coffee and stuff, and then they're eating outside during lunch, and then, you know, so they budget. So you have to also find a way to be in their budget for you to attract them also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did change that, and that became really successful for me because it is just tough. And you know, like if you observe a lot of ethnic restaurants, they don't get support from their local people.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Though. That's so sad.
Yeah.
We all have to do something
Yeah.
about it. I mean, if we want each other to thrive, then we have
Yes.
to support each other.
Yeah. Yep.
We don't sit aside and watch them do their
Yes.
thing, and then
Yeah.
when they make it, like we go to them for money,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
You get
Yeah.
that problem,
Yeah.
like
I
support
know.
this, support that,
Yeah.
help your people.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, I usually tell people I rather have you come to me because not because you're my friend, but also because you like my product.
Okay.
You know, that way you are coming to get worth for your money. You know, I don't want you just come like, oh, okay, you know,
I like
this,
that.
you know,
I
you know, like that way you are improving me also, and you're helping me grow.
that.
But if you are just getting something just because you're my friend, and maybe you don't even like it, I'm not gonna know if I'm doing something right or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
The first time we visited your other restaurants,
Okay.
TS, was 2018,
Okay.
and we loved it. But the food was so much. There were huge plates.
Yes.
You had the food in front.
yes.
Goat, like you
Oh,
can
yeah.
actually see, like
We had some
goat.
lamb shanks too.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, it was so good.
Yeah. So that's when I changed. I started changing
But there
my
was
model.
so much waste, food waste.
Yes.
When we were sitting there eating, I mean, we loved to be Africans.
Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah.
had goats in a long time when we
Yeah.
had come. So it
Yeah.
was so good. But then you look around and like plates have like half of the food in
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
All around people
Yeah.
had left their
Yeah.
food.
So I changed all that, and then
Yeah.
that's when it slowly, you know, I started seeing benefits.
Okay.
Yeah, but before that, it was just church work with the Somalis. And you know, you cannot. So my biggest thing was like, so here are the white people, here is the Somalis, I'm in the middle. I have to, okay, am I going to please this ones or this one? Now these ones want more, but they're not giving you money.
Okay.
These ones will take less and pay you more and even add a tip to you for it. You know? So you'll be like, so you're stuck in the middle and you're like, no, you cannot mix the two. You have to choose. you have to
And
choose
you
one.
chose right, and
Yeah,
now you are
yeah.
growing. So let's talk about how COVID impacted your business.
So yeah, COVID was a big blessing to me because now, when it came to all the restaurants here in Grand Forks, we have 80% of the restaurants, not even 80% with bars. They're just bar and a restaurant. And then we have the other 20% where it's pizzas and all that. And then few 1, 2, 3 ethnic restaurants. Now, now all these restaurants used to make their money from alcohol. Now, when they shut down, and then their menus just be just chicken wings, just small things. Now, when they shut down, they panicked. They were the biggest losers. Now, Domino's, their model was takeout anyway, even in the first place, and delivery. So they thrived. And then me, I wasn't selling alcohol. I used to sell food, and our food is just big portion. So that's when people really saw my food, and then it just exploded from there. So COVID year is when I paid off $120,000 for my house. So it was really good. But the bad thing of COVID, I was working in that restaurant myself, cooking, cleaning, everything. So I used to have really super long days. I even took my couch and TV out of work because basically I was getting all the orders on the phone, and then they just come to the window to pick it up. So I'll come early in the morning, cook everything, and then around lunch clean, and then cook again. I'll just sit down and wait. So it
worked so hard.
It paid off.
It paid off.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what advice do you have for the people watching us?
My father did not go to school. He was from a poor family, but he really worked hard for us, took us to the best schools in Kenya. And even my high school was free on scholarship because I was the top 20 in the whole country in my primary school. But then he wanted me to learn medicine, but that was not for me.
Yeah.
He used to check on me like a child all the time, for me, and then I kind of felt like I'm doing what he likes. I'm also doing it well, but he still doesn't trust me. The African parents. And then I ended up running away, and I left, and I found out that most of the time, a lot of people, especially we Africans, we don't go to school for something we like. We go because my dad or my mom will tell me, oh, so and so's son is a lawyer, or son, that it's good for you to go to school for what you like, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, to be honest, if you're going to school or not, because we're all working at the end of the day for money. So if you're working on your own, or you're working with a profession that you learn, it's the same. It comes back, it boils down to income at the end of the time, But if we Africans focus less on being just a doctor, lawyer, and engineer, those are three. Like we have more engineers in our countries, and our country's not even developed. Or more doctors, and still everybody's traveling abroad to get healthcare.
Hey.
So if people really learn skillful work that's making them money, it's going to build our countries. But the real people who are building our country, they're underpaid. The teachers, the police. That's why you have corruption everywhere. A plumber in Africa, if you are a plumber or electrician or carpenter, you are nothing. And here you are something.
Oh yeah, it's so expensive.
Yeah, you're making like $90 an hour, $195 an hour. So it's just we need to change that ideology and mentality of just being just those three professions, you know. So that was how my dad was, and we are 13 in my family, and 7 of them are doctors.
Okay.
But that's all according to his wish. So
Okay.
he had that since he was young. He built a hospital now in Kenya. He wants all of them to work there. You know, like it is. So you're not living your life. You know, you're living somebody's life, somebody's like imaginations.
Yeah.
But if we do what we like and do it good and do it best, I think we will grow it.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm now thinking, okay, am I doing what I want? I am doing what I want, okay? But thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time.
No
We
problem.
wish you the very, very best with your restaurants. Many, many more to come.
Thank you.
We know that.
No, I don't want another one.
You don't want to, but at least you have to operate it fully.
Yeah, I
You
will
need
just
people.
maintain this one, but yeah, it's stress. It is stressful. To me, any job I'm doing, like I put my 100% into it, and that way, even if tomorrow I'm walking away, it has value, you know. But if you just give up, you lose the value and all the time you invested or put in. Yeah. So, um, does it really help me? Yes. Do I when I'm here, do I enjoy what I'm doing? Yes. But do I really, is it my hobby? No. You know? Yeah.
So, thriving friends, this is what we have for your thriving brother. He's thriving in the restaurant business, but you heard him, he has another passion he wants to pursue. So, what do you want to do? Pursue your passion and not what somebody wants you to do, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. If you have questions for us, we will post them in the comments below. We'll be back to check them out. And in the meantime, I have to shout out to Ellie for my Ellie bar. Let me take off my this thing. Me, I'm cold. So my Ellie bar shirt, Ellie bar collection shirt. Now we can see my Ellie bar shirt. I love it. So Ellie, thank you for the shirt, and thank you to Chino Latino for the space and the time
Thank you.
and everything you are doing for our community. You are doing great. We admire you and we learn from you.
Thank you.
So thank you all so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.